Welcome to another edition of Tiafo Garage. Today we're going to remove the existing flares.
Tiafo Garage.
I got the window out. Those 4 Allen keys here, and then the 3 screws holding the opener to the glass. There's little rubber spacers underneath. The next thing I've done is set up this level. First thing to note, it is level. I moved the level to be biased or stopped by that screw on both sides. It occurred to me, I don't really need to remove the paint from all this, so I kind of drew a Sharpie marker here. I gotta say, this is a little scary, but so what I'm finding is there is metal under here. It's just that it has a thick coat of fiberglass on top of it. I hope I didn't cut too far. Maybe I'll back off on this a little bit. It's eating away my cutoff wheel. This does eat through these cutting wheels fast. We're gonna go to another one. The old flare is off. It's quite thick. I guess that's the fiberglass skin. And there was some sheet metal in there too. In areas like here, the flare was put on top of the sheet metal. Incidentally, I can tell just by looking at it that it will be narrower, which is good. That's what I wanted. You can see the wheel tucks is quite nicely. So I use a Sharpie to kind of indicate where I need to have a good weld surface so that I'm not removing a bunch of stuff that's unnecessary. So I've got the bumper on back where it was, which may or may not be the right spot for it. The story with this bumper came with the car when I bought it. It had cutouts in various places where the exhaust had been over its life. I think it was like a notch here, a couple notches here, a notch here. So a while ago I smoothed it all out. Bumper looks pretty good. It's about a ½ inch further forward where it's currently positioned, but I believe I can just scooch it back, and I think it actually should be scooched back because you're supposed to have a little bit of land there. One conclusion for me out of that exercise is this piece is not in the right place, and I'm okay cutting this thing out all the way out here, and I'll kind of extract that separately or make a new one. Okay, so I marked with a Sharpie the approximate location. Now we will work on removing the coating from the inside. And so now we're going to tackle this side. I've already loosened the oil tank. I may have to remove it entirely, we'll see. It is quite close to that oil cap. And here we have it, a 72 911 with a big cutout. This is like centered with the torsion spring exit hole, and you can see that it clears it. So I think we'll be all right. I'm gonna shift gears here for a moment. For those of you longtime viewers, you recall that my oil level sender was inoperable and had been for like 30 years, I think it is. It was like my very first video. I repaired this harness that had a break kind of like right there. And I said I would wait until I take this tank out to do the flares, to do the sender. Here is that trusty sender. You can see the old one is there. All the way down, all the way up, all the way down. We fished the old one out of there. It did take some kind of snaking. There's the new one. There was this red gasket material that is on all over the surface there. We got it nice and clear. It's just copper now. I did some research online. It looks like cork is the preferred in the Porsche version. Apparently the fuel sender has the same 5-bolt pattern for these 911s, and the cork is thinner for the fuel one, so we want this nice thick cork. It also came with rubber. The rubber's thin. It's apparently not as good as the cork. The other comment was don't torque it too tight, which makes sense because we want the cork to still be able to absorb and not be too compressed. I'm now going to put some dicum, which is just a blue fluid for making lines, and then I have a scribe, so we'll get the flares precisely placed and then the scribe line where they need to be.
Tiafo Garage.